Hey everybody, Brendan the Realtor here. So, will there be a housing crash due to job losses and increased foreclosures? Well, let's answer that question along with the December market update report. And I'm just going to jump right into it. The data shows us the answer is no. We're not going to see any type of crash due to foreclosures and job losses. However, we will see an increase in foreclosures, but that's going to be quickly absorbed by the market and it's not going to go ahead and lead to price decreases. And good news, America overall is continuing to decrease in mortgage forbearance every week, and that's positive for all of us, also, especially in the Austin metro area. The next slide, I want you to pause, read it, take some time, and understand that we're not in a bubble like we were in 2006. This is important to understand. It's very informative. And the next slide, let's go right into the data report for December. This is all the information I pulled. Let's go over the summary. First of all, the average days to sell. We're noticing that homes are selling faster compared to last December. And we know that we're at 32 days versus 60 days. That's a huge difference. We just never seen this in December. That's why it's been very difficult to find a home for any one of our clients as well. And this is across the board in the metro area because, well, inventory is low, which we'll talk about in a moment as well. And number of new listings. That's up 13.8% from last December. So more new listings are coming on the market. However, your active listings continue to go down, and I'll explain more about that in a second. Close price to list price ratio. So, hey, if the seller wants $400,000, did they get $400,000? The answer is yes. And that is a 10-month trend. We're also seeing the median list price. So I want you to understand list price. Hey, how much does the seller want for the home? That's $360,000 for median, and that's an 8-month trend that we're seeing between 360 and 365. And so how does that then impact or relate to the closing price? So the median close price is $370,000. So let's put that into perspective. 360 is what the seller's asking for, yet they're selling it for 370. We know that buyers are giving more than the list price or even more than the value of the home right now in today's market, and that makes sense. Everybody's feeling that pinch for sure. Let's talk about active listings. So how many have been on the market this entire time, including the new listings? We're at 2,143, and we're down 31.4% compared to last month. And so we continue to see the active listings reduce every single month this year. And that then plays into inventory. All right. So if you're a buyer and you're looking on the market, we know we're at 0.7 months. That means we're under 1 month of inventory. And this is really a huge change because the numbers have inverted. So our active listings are now less than sold, which means if you continue to not replenish the market and you continue to sell above the active, well, eventually we're going to have no inventory. And that just is remarkable to see. And again, it's why there's a pinch when shopping for a home. However, we're going into the first quarter of this next year, so that is forecasted to change, where we're going to continue now to see more active listings come on the market. Naturally, homes will just start to rush on with the first 2 weeks of January. So let's talk about sellers. Even in COVID, business is still happening. People are still buying and selling homes. It's an amazing time to sell if you're a seller. We have historically low inventory. It's just such a strong seller's market. Buyers really just have no power at this moment. And you're very likely to sell for top dollar as long as you have the right type of plan that your realtor or that we will provide the public. And you're going to be closing at or above your list price, which makes sense. The numbers just showed that. And you're likely to go under contract within 1 to 4 days. So expect to be out of your home within 30 days on average, and everything to go under contract within the first just few days. We do have a buy before you sell program that might help you. So this way you're able to go and buy a home, since again, it's difficult with all the competition. And let's talk about buyers. All right, buyers, your interest rates are incredibly low. It's been the lowest it has been in history. We know that also means lower payments, and it just becomes more affordable. Even though home prices continue to increase, With lower interest rates, it almost balances it out. We do know that we're having a huge growth opportunity in Austin because of the tech sector and people who are relocating here. So it is definitely an investment opportunity. And 2021 property values and list prices are forecasted to increase, which is fantastic. The slow new builds and the relocation of individuals coming here, it has a lot more competition with the people who currently live here, which is why it's also more difficult to purchase a home right now. So, important tips as a buyer. Number one, urgency is key to viewing a home. Waiting till the weekend when it lists on a Tuesday, it's just not going to work out. And you must have your ducks in a row. What I mean by that is you must have the right lender. If you choose the wrong lender, you may just so happen to be put to the bottom of the list of a multiple offer situation, and it doesn't look good in your favor. And you're going to continue to lose out on the home. And of course, last important tip, experience is key when winning a contract. So an experienced agent will help you out like we do. We love to provide this information, education. So lastly, if you have any questions or you just need to learn more about how this process works as a home buyer, or you really want to understand how to get an upper hand as a buyer or even a seller, like, hey, when should I really be listing at this point? Give us a call. We'll give you that advice. It's super important to be educated. But guess what? We'll see you in 2 weeks, and Happy New Year.